Hello, and thanks for joining us, folks, for this midweek NBA action on 2K Sports. Alongside Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, I'm Kevin Harlan. Stan, we expect to see a lot of action inside tonight. Both of these teams have powerhouse front courts.
Yeah, Kevin, it could get very, very physical down low. You're right about that. It is size versus size. They're going to be fighting for position, fighting for every rebound, Kevin. It's kind of like an old-school energy to this matchup.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Edwards is out there with John Morant. Then it's Jaden McDaniels. Then there's Reed. And it's Gobert in at the center position. Sexton against Edwards. Kuzma passes to Rollins. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots over Reed. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Edwards against Sexton. McDaniels on the wing. Covered by Rollins. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. And it's Morant missing.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo can't get that one to fall. Minnesota's gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. Kuzma outside. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Out to Kuzma. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Yeah, they might want to think about a high percentage look the next time.
For 3, Edwards buries the long-range jumper.
Good read by McDaniels. This is the kind of team-first attitude he brings to the floor.
There's Portis, and Portis throws it down.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
Pass to Edwards. Reed with a screen on Sexton. And that one, good. Edwards got 5 points so far.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what. If he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Kuzma inside. Guarded by Reed. Portis the screen. From deep onto the Antetokounmpo. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. Last time they met was in Minnesota.
And they had to scrape and claw to get the win the last time these two teams went head-to-head. It came down to a few key free throws at the end.
Well, Coach, we know there's a lot of expectations tied to a #1 pick. And sometimes they fall flat. But that has not been the case so far with Anthony Edwards.
Oh, it sure as heck hasn't, Kevin. But I think it starts with Anthony Edwards welcomed the expectations. He wanted the expectations, and he has pushed himself to play to that level on a nightly basis, and he's done it.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Kuzma outside. Shoots the 3. A rebound by the Timberwolves. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
Yeah, that kind of performance on the road really speaks to their preparation and mental fortitude.
Rollins against Morant. Sexton for 3. Gobert pulls it in. Here's Minnesota. This run now up to 13-2. Gobert with a screen for Morant. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
Sexton for three. And it's Antetokounmpo picking up the assist.
Asserting himself at the arc. Sexton saw his shot and took it without fear.
Outside, Reed. Pass to Edwards. The three. Good for the fifth time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
How about 5 straight made from the field to start?
Bucks trail by 13. And so now a timeout called by Doc Rivers. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. GA, I've heard coaches talk about slicing the NBA schedule into 10-game increments. Is that something that you recall when you played?
Well, keeping focus on portions of a long season can keep players focused, especially during road trips. Big goals are reached through small steps.
For a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. Take a look at the Suns. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
You know, right now for the Timberwolves, they have enjoyed a solid start to their season and have a firm grip on their spot in the top 10. I think it's an encouraging sign for this group.
Portis a screen on Reed. Pass to Rollins. From deep three-point land. Minnesota with the rebound. And here's Morant. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Utah Jazz.
Well, he also did a good job of making plays for others. What a performance from him.
And finished off by Gobert.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
Now, Morant. And you know the points will always be there for him. He's averaging just a shade under 20 points a game right now. That shot missing. Kuzma with the defensive effort. And it's Kuzma with the ball for the Milwaukee Bucks. Down by 15. Now here's Morant. Pass to Reed. Lets the three fly. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Crushing it right now. They've done an excellent job of spacing the floor.
Yeah, we thought this might be the case. You see a few of those go through the net, it becomes contagious. The shots are certainly falling for him here in the early stages.
Reed with a screen on Rollins. Morant drives in. And Morant throws it down.
Yeah, when Morant gets a step to the hoop, he's looking to drop the hammer on you.
Bucks trail by 18. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Doc Rivers. Tonight, it's all about how they deal with the dynamic Ja Morant. The coach said, simple, we cannot allow Morant to get downhill. That's it. The hard part is actually executing that game plan. Ja has so many moves, he's so quick and relentless. We can't lose track of him even for a moment. Back to you, Kevin.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. Reed gets the bucket.
The defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
And so now a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's ready to talk things through with them. Stan, every night, Kuzma finds a way to contribute on the offensive end.
Yeah, Kevin, look, I think what Kuzma does is he'll find a way to score the ball. He'll do it running the floor. He'll do it cutting. He'll do it on the offensive boards. And he can make jump shots. He's got a lot of ways to score, and he can take what the defense gives.
Rollins against Morant. And Again, it's Milwaukee converting.
That's how they like to see him operate. Big part of their attack.
Minnesota leading by 17. McDaniels outside. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. McDaniels got his second basket of the night.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Pass to Kuzma. Outside Portis. To the paint. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
This is why this team loves involving Antetokounmpo in pick and rolls, because the D has no answers for it.
Morant passes to McDaniels. Gobert with a screen for McDaniel. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Bucks trail by 18 to the left wing. Here's Rollins. Drills the three-pointer. Rollins got 5 now.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Williams, he's checked in for Minnesota. Now that we have a second, take a look at the teams that have scored the most points off turnovers over the last 10 games.
I mean, they've gotten a little more aggressive defensively. You can become a more confident team on that end, and so much of it, I think, has to do with forcing turnovers and creating offense.
Reed kicks to McDaniels. From the arc, here's Reed. It's hauled in by Giannis. Bucks trail by 15. There's the triple. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Morant. And Morant throws it down.
Nice work by Morant. He just explodes off the screen.
There's 1:59 left here in the first quarter. White with it. Here's Watkins. Off target from outside. McDaniels outside. Hands it from downtown. 9 points in the game so far.
And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
White the pass to Watkins. Giannis a screen on Morant. And Antetokounmpo with the jam.
You can see that coming. Giannis not to be denied, especially at the rim.
Edwards against Sexton. Edwards no good.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
And White has more of a feel now for when he should look to score. Nice bucket there.
Morant passes to Reed. And here's Edwards. The tray. And another three for Minnesota.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
35 seconds left in the first. Here's White. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Pass to Morant. 17 seconds left to play here in the first. And there's Williams. That's good on the assist by Morant. And the Timberwolves lead by 16. And here is Antetokounmpo. And Sexton has it in the corner. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Minnesota with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. We'll return shortly. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Timberwolves.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And something else that I liked is how they attack the paint, finding ways to get inside and capitalize time and time again.
White is out there with Gary Harris. And there's Miles Turner. Then there's Prince. And it's Watkins in at the 4 slot. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Here's Morant. Takes it inside. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Inside. It's stolen by Edwards. The fadeaway. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
And it's Turner finishing it off.
What an impact White makes, whether he has the ball in his hands or not.
Timberwolves leading by 14. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Over in the corner, Edwards. And the 3 off target.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Wasted no time on that one. 5 points in the game.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Reed with a screen on Harris. Dosunmu. And that one, good. Dosunmu's got his first basket.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Edwards looking it over. Pass to Reed. Beyond the arc. They get it again. And Williams is right there.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Bucks trail by 14. And so now a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
Well, in that one, they just had everything working offensively. It's a lot of fun when you get into that kind of a groove.
Yeah, and for a coach, seeing your schemes clicking like that is very rewarding.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Well, a chance to check out some stats for Ayo Dosunmu.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
And the Bucks with possession here. It's a 14-point game. White wide open. He fights. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Antetokounmpo's got 6 assists in the game. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Giannis Antetokounmpo talked about what keeps him going. He said the most important thing is to stay humble. At the end of the day, I realized that I wasn't supposed to be here. I'm just happy, and I always want to be better and do better for my team. And that's what gives me joy. Back over to you, Kevin.
You know, you got to respect that mindset. Allie, we appreciate the report. It's up a 3. Conley grabs the miss.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And a quick look at the numbers for White. Averaging 12 points, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
Well, he's found his groove. He isn't forcing anything, and he's making the most of his chances.
And coach for teams defending the pick and roll. You often hear coaches talking about being at the level. What does that mean?
Well, Kevin, what it means is the guy guarding the screener, the defender guarding the screener, has to be all the way up with that guy at the point of the screen, as opposed to being in drop coverage where the guy defending the screener will lay back.
They get it back. With 1 second left, Berenjay's shot is off. And here's White. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. They trail by 14. Antetokounmpo kicks to Kuzma. Takes a three. Second chance shot. Antetokounmpo finds Turner. Got him with the pump fake. Savvy move right there. Turner's got 4 points now in the quarter.
A big like Turner, just using that height inside, it's almost a lost art.
Out to the right wing. Fires the three. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at Minnesota, off to a great start this season, currently in second.
I think for Minnesota,
it's been the kind of start to their season that a lot of experts were predicting. And by that, I mean a very strong start.
Yeah, this is the start they wanted to have, but their goals are much bigger. They're focused on playing into June and bringing home a championship.
And that one's good by Giannis.
Well, this is the problem Giannis presents. Stopping him inside is such a challenge.
Now Conley. Scoreless thus far. Now here's Dosunmu. Light covering. Shot clock at 5. Dosunmu's shot is off.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
2 points. That one goes.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Reed, he's checked in for Minnesota. Ja Morant comes in for Michael Conley. Timberwolves leading by 8. Pass to Shannon. Portis against Reed. Lets it go with the 3. He can't hit that time.
Well, so far, he hasn't had the same luck from deep in this quarter.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That is his first foul of the game. And the Bucks making a change here. Sexton's checked in. Here's Rollins. Last game we saw him score 13. Portis finds Antetokounmpo. Rebound Minnesota. Reeves got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Morant passes to Dosunmu. Shot clock at 6. Reed with a screen on Kuzma. Pass to Reed. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there.
Yeah, he hasn't had the best night from the field, but his teammates have had his back.
Loads it up for Giannis. They swipe it. Morant outside. Ja down the lane. In the hoop for his 4th field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
Well, when Morant makes that move, the defense is almost helpless.
Kuzma outside. Portis sets the pick for Kuzma. Outside, Sexton. Offensive rebound. Oh, and Antetokounmpo hammers it in.
Yeah, Giannis is a big man. One that can gobble up those boards and make you pay.
Pass to Shannon. Here's the 3. Rebounded by the Bucks. Here's Kuzma. Williams with the block.
Yeah, Williams gets at least one swat a game. He's got great anticipation.
Williams a screen on Kuzma. Here's Shannon. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The Timberwolves shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And the first one drops. And as we've seen, Greg, navigating this age of social media can be difficult for an NBA player.
Yeah, a momentary indiscretion can get broadcast to the whole world. So there's a need for caution that's probably higher than in decades past.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Now, here's Dosunmu. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Utah Jazz.
Well, and he was also doing a great job feeding his teammates, racking up the assists. So important to team chemistry.
Bucks trail by 10. Here's Portis. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Toronto.
Yeah, and the effort on the boards last game gave them that many more chances. Well, this has been a frustrating night for him, still without any points.
Morant drives in, and Morant throws it down.
Well, he's just lightning fast. Morant is so effective in the two-man game.
Rollins the pass to Antetokounmpo. Minnesota with the rebound. Williams has got his 4th rebound in this one. Outside, Reed. He scores the basket. That's field goal number 3 for him.
And Reed is a very active player. Love seeing him be this aggressive inside.
Sexton kicks to Kuzma. On the wing, Giannis. Clock at 6. Big time slam, Giannis. Oh, my.
Seems like every night Giannis is having his way with other teams. Tonight, another big scoring night.
The kick out to Williams. Outside, Reed. Can't hit from the elbow.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Back to Sexton. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Basket counts. Antetokounmpo's got 16 points.
Well, they're behind, but it's certainly not because of him. He's doing everything he can. He just needs more help from his teammates.
Out to the right wing. Here's Reed. Bangs home the trifecta. Reed's got 5 points now this quarter.
You don't want to leave Reed any space out there. He's an efficient three-point shooter.
The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
52 seconds left to play here in the half. Giannis pops it in.
Well, if they can come back and take the lead, this will be because he's carrying him. This quarter's been all about him and his offense.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Every aspect of Giannis's game showing tonight, just unreal.
Morant with it. 10 points for him. Over in the corner, Williams. Morant looking around. Fires from deep. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Minnesota sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. Right back after this break.
Hello, everybody. We're here to break it all down, and through the first half of play, it's a very commanding lead for Minnesota.
Yeah, it's been a barrage of threes. These days, more teams are playing outside in than inside out.
Kenny, you hurt my ears.
All right, now, still early on, but let's check out the Western Conference standings.
You look at the Timberwolves, it's still early, and we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but right now, they are easily the best team in the league.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
And, I don't think he'll top the assist charts this year, but early on he's done a great job of keeping the ball hopping around.
Yeah, and I'm a little surprised, but he's been focused on passing the ball. You got to give him credit.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. On the court for Minnesota, Naz Reid out there with Rudy Gobert. Then there's Edwards. Then there's John Morant. And it's McDaniels in at the three slot. Reid finds McDaniel. Connects from three-point range. McDaniels got the first field goal of the second half for the Timberwolves. Giannis passes to Portis. Giannis against Reid. Here's Giannis. Giannis! On the attack.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Outside, Reid. Back to Morant. And finished up by Morant.
Yeah, there have been very few players at 6'2" who've played above the rim like Morant.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. And here's Giannis. 22 points for him. Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Kuzma. Back to Giannis. Lets it fly. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
And this is where you feed Giannis. The closer he is, the more dangerous he becomes.
Sexton against Edwards. Chalk up two there. Edwards got 20 points.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Kuzma kicks to Antetokounmpo. Pass to Portis, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. That's on Jaden McDaniel.
Really, Bobby Portis is a key big for this team. He hits threes to stretch the floor, scores at a high clip, plus Bobby is a great rebounder.
And Portis drains both of them. Now Morant. He's got 12. McDaniels outside. Shoots over Kuzma. Here's Gobert. Tries again. Good D by Giannis. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Bucks. 15-point game. The shot's good. Portis has got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, when Portis gets the ball down there, he goes to work. Bobby has a nice blend of touch and size. At
the top of the key, Reid. Antetokounmpo with the ball. Picked up by Edwards. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
That's a perfect 4 for 4 to open up the second half. Couldn't have asked for a better start after the break.
Edwards against Sexton. Left side, Edwards. Over Sexton. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Bucks trail by 11. Down low, here's Portis. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. Giannis has got assist number 10 tonight with that last one.
Oh, yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Timberwolves making a change here. Williams is checked in. Let's take a peek now here at the league leaders in rebound. Number 1, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And guys, his rebounding has taken a lot of pressure off their other bigs. It frees those guys up to contribute in a lot of other ways.
To the middle, 6 to shoot, and finished off by Williams.
Well, this is where Williams gets most of his points. Rolling off the screen, ready to catch and finish.
Bucks trail by 11. Now here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 26. Takes it off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Look, if I'm one of his teammates, I just keep getting him the ball. He has been lights out.
Here's McDaniels, and it's good off the back rim and in. 14 points for Jaden McDaniels. Pass to Rollins. Back to Giannis. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by Edwards. Timberwolves leading by 11. And the layup falls. Edwards got 22 points.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
Here's Giannis. The big man. Giannis with a nice touch.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
It's Edwards on the wing. Defended by Sexton. Sexton against Edwards. And he slams it down right on top of Bobby Portis.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. Maybe even a question mark. And so now a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline.
And while we got a chance, look at some numbers for Jaden McDaniels. He's averaging 11 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. But that's just part of the picture. His defensive presence goes beyond the stat sheet.
Yeah, his true impact on the defensive end cannot be measured by stats.
Beautiful touch close in. Kuzma excels at taking advantage down low.
Timberwolves passing it around. 13 feet away. Edwards can't hit. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They trail by 11. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Giannis has got 12 points now in the quarter. The Timberwolves have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Outside Williams. Pass to Edwards. The 3. Good on the triple. Edwards got 27 points.
Keep getting him the ball. He's been a huge part of this offense.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating.
Exploding to the cup. That's the bursting power of Giannis.
Minnesota leading by 10. Morant reaches to Edwards. Driving inside. And finished off by Edwards.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go. Baby, it is showtime. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen. Here's what the Timberwolves have lined up on their schedule. On Saturday, they'll go up against Trae Young and the Washington Wizards. And then on Monday, they'll go up against Julius Randle and the Memphis Grizzlies.
And for that matchup with the Thunder, I think they know how important it is to see how they measure up against the cream of the crop in the West. I'm looking for them to approach it like this is a playoff matchup.
Pass to Sexton. Here's Turner, defended by Gobert. To the inside. It's stolen by Edwards. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Giannis has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Takes the three. It doesn't go for him. Timberwolves leading by 14. Morant drives in. Pass to Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
Wow, we are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. Milwaukee has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's the screen. Now here's Young. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Minnesota's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. McDaniels outside. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. 16 points for Jaden McDaniel.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And there it is for him.
Just a heroic scoring effort for him this quarter. He's doing everything he can to will them back into this game.
Collins against Morant. Outside Edwards. Trains the three-pointer. Edwards got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Timberwolves.
His scoring is a big reason why they're up right now. Let's see if they can close it out.
Inside. And Kuzma slams it in.
And with his size and athletic ability, playing above the rim, not an issue for Kuzma.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Collins against Morant. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. And another three for Minnesota.
Well, he has owned this quarter. A major reason they're up right now.
Sexton for three. He can't get it to go. Timberwolves leading by 20. McDaniels passes to Gobert. Edwards against Sexton. Three-pointer. Edwards can't hit. The Bucks shooting impressively throughout at 62%. Collins with a screen on Gobert. Kuzma passes to Turner. To the paint. Here's Antetokounmpo, and he uses the glass on the layup. Antetokounmpo's got 38 points.
Yeah, despite them being behind, he's been impressive. But he can't do it all by himself.
Here's Edwards. And he gets the bucket. And the Timberwolves lead by 20.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Down low. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, and over the years, Turner's gotten better at converting and-one chances.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Reed, he's checked in for Williams.
Miles Turner. 1 shot.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. They led the game at 1 point by 20. They've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The Timberwolves had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And Edwards drops them both. Bucks trail by 19. 17 seconds left in the third. Here's Antetokounmpo. Count that one. Giannis has got 40 points.
And Giannis can look like he's made of steel the way he ignores contact. Are we sure this man is human?
With 4 seconds on the clock, and misses it off the right side of the rim. And so it's Minnesota out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. And if they keep draining the threes like they've been so far, their lead is safe. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Turner at center with Antetokounmpo next to him. Prince out there with White. And it's Watkins in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks.
Well, look, White isn't an elite three-point shooter, but he is solid from deep.
McDaniels outside. And finished up by McDaniel.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. And here's McDaniels. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. 16-point lead. And it's Morant at the elbow. Outside, Reed. McDaniels passes to Reed. 5 on the clock. A 3-ball. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
White against Morant. Here's Beringer. The layup off target. Prince in the corner. Outside, White. Back to Prince. Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Well, because he's a good scorer, White attracts attention, and that creates passing lanes.
Minnesota leading by 15. Here's Reed. No good with the triple. Here's Giannis. Antetokounmpo. Strong finish.
He's creating good looks and shooting very efficient.
Edwards against Prince. Reed with a screen for Morant. Back to Edwards. Puts up a deep 3. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Portis, he's checked in for Turner. Minnesota also with the sub. Ayo Dosunmu is checked in for Edwards. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. White the pass to Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
It may be the most bankable play in this offense. Antetokounmpo on the roll with the finish.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He knows every possession is critical now. checked in for Minnesota. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. Coach had a direct message for the team saying no matter the lead, no NBA game is ever over. Do not let your guard down. We'll see if they hold on.
All right, Allie, thank you so much for that. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Over to the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Reed, and he banks in the layup.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball, in rhythm.
Bucks trail by 13. Giannis right side. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Here's Morant. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Giannis has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Pass to Prince. Morant against Giannis. Oh, and Antetokounmpo hammers it in.
Giannis will take on any defender. Nice finish that time.
Timberwolves leading by 11. On the wing, Dosunmu. Guarded by Prince. Morant outside. Off target from three-point range. And it's Milwaukee's ball. They've outscored them 10 points to 2 during this run. Nice shot by Portis.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for the Bucks. Sexton comes in for Taurean Prince. And the Timberwolves with possession here. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Here's Morant. Outside, Reed. Morant kicks to Reed. Just 5 on the clock. Gobert with a screen for Edwards. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. And so Sexton will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Left side, Portis. Pass to Kuzma. Outside, White. Up again, and good! There's another.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Outside, Reed. Here is Edwards. Launches a three. Nailed from three-point land. Edwards got 44.
And until he cools off, I'd keep the ball in his hand.
Here's Giannis. And again.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making the GA look all too easy right now. Morant with it. To the middle. Here's Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
Well, with Morant running the pick and roll, good things usually happen.
Pass to Giannis. From down in the low post, it goes. Antetokounmpo's got 54 points.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
And Gobert kicks to Reed. Gobert with the screen on Antetokounmpo. Reed the pass to McDaniels. Launches it. Milwaukee with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
White, good.
All quarter long, he's been zeroed in and knocks down big shot after big shot here in the fourth.
Outside Edwards. And oh boy, a lot of contact contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. Greg Anthony Edwards is full of confidence, and it's beautiful to watch.
And rightfully so. Ant can do it all on the floor. As complete of a wing as you'll find in our league.
And Edwards drops them both.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Portis' screen on McDaniel. It's Kuzma penetrating.
And got to be aware of Kuzma, especially with how he attacks there off the dribble.
And here's Edwards. It's rebounded by Portis. Bucks trail by 6. Antetokounmpo inside. Edwards there. Antetokounmpo setting the pick for White. Sinks the triple. White's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Bucks.
Well, he's been more confident shooting it since the half. Let's see if that trend continues.
Now Morant. Gobert with a screen on White. Here's Morant. In the center of things, Morant.
Well, that's Morant, always applying the pressure.
Milwaukee has gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Sexton for 3. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
McDaniels outside. Just 4 to shoot. No good. Bucks trail by 5. Outside Portis. Now White. Strong move off the glass.
Well, when the game gets tight, you can count on White to try to make a play.
Morant outside. Morant with the screen on Sexton. And the layup is off. Milwaukee has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Deflects the pass. Stolen by McDaniels. And a nice assist for the lay-in on the transition play.
Well, Morant's built to go and showing what he's made of here in the clutch.
Antetokounmpo outside Kuzma. And the 3 misses.
Well, I've been here before. You're looking to get back in the game, but desperation threes are not the way to do it.
Here's Edwards from deep. Down he goes for 3.
Well, that's a smart pass by Reed. Very unselfish. It's still hard to believe this guy wasn't drafted.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear. And immediately, Collins checked in for Milwaukee. Giannis against Reed. Antetokounmpo. Smooth move on the jam.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart. And let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
Morant outside. Now here's Edwards. 6 on the shot clock. Now Reed launches it. Does not go.
Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
And they have to play fast, but also smart. Every possession counts.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Now McDaniels. Rebounded by Antetokounmpo. Reed against Sexton.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
What a big possession right here.
No doubt about it, guys. The tension is palpable.
Sexton against Edwards. Driving to the basket.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
Timeout called, the Bucks. There's 21 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. What do you think Coach's focus is going to be here?
An uphill climb. They need everything to break their way.
Well, I'm sure they'll run a play they believe in. If it works, I say try for the steal, and if you don't get it, immediate foul.
4-point game. Here's Antetokounmpo. Sexton. Gobert there for the rebound. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And that's an intentional foul.
Third personal foul. Third team foul.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. Outside, Sexton. A three-pointer, good. And now they foul and stop the clock.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
It's the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ballgame.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
So it's Minnesota taking the W in a close one. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Allie LaForce, and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight. And now we present our player of the game.